Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Today we will continue in the module component section. We finished the base component. Now we will continue with the env component. Env component related to the environment variables you want to attach to your module. It's very simple. You have the name of the environment, db host, and the value of that environment variable, which is localhost, for example. Okay, and you can see explanation and values and more details here. The next one is the okapi component, and this one is not that important, I think, but during developing the script, I added that feature and I didn't want to remove it, so I simply kept it in the script. It's simply a way to connect your module directly to a remote Okapi instance. Instead of running Okapi locally, you want to connect to a remote Okapi. Okay? In that case, you need these configurations. Firstly, the URL of the remote Okapi. For example, here we use the Folio snapshot development URL, the tenant deco, the default tenant name for that Okapi instance, and the credentials. And these are deco username deco admin and password admin. And these all credentials are present or are existing in Folio documentation. If you see the Folio documentation, sorry, I shouldn't go there. Okay, if you go to the Folio documentation, you will find all these information there. Okay, so the feature here is simply you will not necessarily need to start your own local Okapi instance. And another feature here, you can simply run one module within the complete ecosystem of Okapi microservice architecture, and the architecture will run on the cloud, not on your local machine. Okay, only the module you spin up on your local machine will work on your local machine, but it will connect to the environment of cloud, which exists in the cloud, not on your local machine. Okay. Postman component, we talked about it. If your module has a Swagger OpenAPI YAML file and it's organized in a very good shape, and you wanna import it as a collection to your own Postman workspace, you can do it here. You can specify the path for the YAML file, the API key for your account, and set it to true. Enable that feature. And a quick note, it's recommended to run it once, so because it will duplicate if you run it multiple times in your own Postman workspace. There is no unique constraints or anything like that. It will add another collection each time you run the script. If this component is still enabled. So recommended to you, enable it once and then disable it. You may enable it again if you made any changes here, but in that case you should consider removing the old one from your own workspace. The last component is installed parameters. Installed parameters are simply configuration for enabling a module. If you enable a module, you can set some tenant parameters, but you shouldn't specify the tenant parameters for all modules. You wanna configure each module separately, so you can do it here. If you wanna purge set it to true or false. If you want to load the reference, I think purge should be out of this array, should be in the install parameters scope, not inside the tenant parameters. I don't know. I will check this again out after finishing the video. But in general, you can specify your own tenant parameters for each module separately. You can, for example, for a module, set a load reference to true and remove the load sample at all, or set it to false, and so on. Okay. I think we finished the module components. Next one, we will start with the configuration components. Thank you and see you next one.